Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let's get back over to comments. And yeah, hey Lisa, Cindy, I got you guys. And we've got Cruises here, Molly, nice. Gloria, hello. Hello, hello. Lots of eyeballs. Sweet. All right, so I only have like maybe two things to tell you about, and then we're going to get into it. The kit itself that we're going to work on tonight, I love it. I love what I've seen though. I only pulled out the instructions, and I think it's cute. So, but as we actually, before we go into that, I drug out like a bunch of different papers and kits that I have from other companies, and I'm just going to do a little wiggle test and see, just to compare like how thick the papers are compared to these kits, the new scrapbooking workshop kits. Because some papers are thinner than others, some thicker. Like, hey, Jamie Gibbs. So first announcement: there is a sale on paper. Well, first, how about hello? I'm Tony Tesler, ToniStamps. That's me. Shared. Thanks. Yeah, shares, likes, thumbs, all that good stuff. So I am a demonstrator, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, make all kinds of stuff. Tonight in particular, we are working on, I'm going to put one of the new scrapbooking kits together. And I don't have pictures for this, by the way. So anyway, I do a lot of my kits like that anyway. Like I'll add pictures later or just look at them, pretty pages with no pictures. So that's me. That's what we're doing. I'm here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, unless something has gone wrong or unless it's a special class or something like that. So tune in or catch me later. So first announcement, there's a sale this month, like active right now for Paper Pumpkin for new subscribers. Oh, thanks, Penny. Yeah, that was so yesterday. So, yeah, Penny said my birthday was yesterday. Thanks. I did get a bunch of cards, which I'm gonna post a picture of because I got all kinds of gorgeous ones. And thanks everybody. So anyway, Paper Pumpkin sale, 40% off, new subscribers only. So if you've ever signed up for Paper Pumpkin, it goes by your email address, right? So if you have been with Paper Pumpkin with me before, I can look in and see which emails you used. And really, you just have to use a different email address and then you're a new person. So you could get 40% off the October kit, which is Christmas cards. And it coordinates with the Birds in Winter set. Man, my eyeball hurts today. So I woke up yesterday. It's my birthday. Yay. And I got a sty on my eye, like right in the middle of that one. So I gotta put another hot rag on it. But today it's been like bothering me. Never had one like this. It lumped up quick. Ugh. So I will post, there's a code you have to use, holiday 40 when you go to checkout, when you sign up for Paper Pumpkin and, register and all that. Thanks, Nancy. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Gloria, Lisa, everybody. Yay. Um, but it's on your first kit only. And I mean, if you've never tried it, if you want to try it, I think it would be good. It's Christmas cards, right? Who's not going to like that? And it's supposed to be 10 cards, 5 cards, 2 designs, I think. And like I said, it coordinates with that birds in winter or winter birds paper that everybody loves. Then there's also going to be a new die, which is available as of yesterday so now with Paper Pumpkin, every quarter we get a miniature die set. It's $12 and it's 3 dies, and it coordinates um, with each month. So like there's a die for October, November, December. So this one is called Merry Tags and More, and I will post the number because I didn't write that down on my notes, but that's available. I actually ordered some more stuff yesterday and I got some more of the papers, the two-tone papers that we'll see soon, and I added that die. So you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get it. So if you're not, let me know because I can just order you one, mail it to you. Okay, so let's go down here. Jamie, you have some iMed goop. Ugh, I don't know about sharing stuff. Well, we'll have to talk about that later. Like, yeah, I don't know. I appreciate the offer though. But let's go down here. Now I had to bring my camera up quite a bit so that we could get like it's a 12 by 12 kit. So I hope you can still see what's going on. Oh, it's unopened. Okay, Jamie. Well, let's see. Like, we'll talk more like maybe Monday or Tuesday. Because I think a hot rag is gonna do it. I just have to do it more. I did it for a little bit last night. Um, okay, so kit. Halloween kit. All I pulled out was the instructions. So, and this one in particular, it comes in a nice glossy, like thick paper instructions with cutting guides that we're gonna follow. So of course, the one that I picked, the Halloween one, is the only one that had mistakes. So I had to reprint like a couple of pages myself. So as we get to those, I'll use these. Normally, I would not bother printing this because I like to view it on my iPad, like anything. I have Club Scrap membership, and it's a kit every month, and they give you a link to a PDF, something for the patterns and stuff. You can either print it out, or I just like it on my iPad because then I can blow it up and I can make it as big as I want and I can see it. Like this, I still have to hold it like fairly close to me to see it. So anyway, I like the instructions. That's the first bit that I pulled out. Now let's pull all of these papers out, and I haven't even looked at any of it. So this was just the kit. I did not order extra cardstock, or extra paper from, the Halloween. Let me see. Where did my thing go? Is it this one? Scrapbooking brochure. So, they've got the separate paper pack, stamp, designer paper, sticker sheet. The only way you can get the sticker sheet, though, is in a combo pack. So I didn't order any of this extra stuff. I just ordered the kit, which comes with all this stuff. And you guys, I did not realize the sticker sheet it's 12 by 12, because I got one for the reindeer's kit. And so that was a happy surprise. I'm sure it says it on here, but I didn't read it. So anyway, let's just pull what we've got. Let's start at the back. So look, white. Ooh, all right. So I already almost lost this. So this pre-cut, these are just photo mats that you would stick on instead of your pictures. I guess I would only temporarily use those, or these aren't supposed to be photo mats, because look at the pages here. A lot of this is you're going to look at the pictures too and see how it's going. So I guess these are just photo mats or placeholders. Yeah, let's call them that, placeholders. So, I mean, that's nice, but I don't know that I'm going to use those. All right. So in the very back, regular, our whiteboard, the same thing that we get with our 12 by 12 designer series paper. I always save these just for you can make covers out of them. You can, do a little something with them. Carol, you've never done scrapbooking? I think I started out scrapbooking before I was stamping. I think that was how it worked, because then I got hooked on stamping because I was like, oh, I can use this in so much scrapbooking stuff. But all right, so starting in the back again, we've got our sticker sheet, and it looks good, 12 by 12, like I said. Then we've got, this looks like all the two-tone paper and cardstock. So we've got, they call this Willow White. So I think that was a close to my heart color. This is a lot thinner than our cardstock. So this is just, in my mind, this is just paper. Yeah. So we've got Pool Party. And again, with the two-tone, the back is lighter. And it does have a white core. Yeah. To me, it's flimsy. And I did say this a couple months ago when I got some of the close to my heart two-tone paper pack, but it's good just even for a base page. You don't have to have really thick cardstock for your pages, because you're either going to put them in your album, like you're going to tape it down to your Creative Memories album, or you're going to slide it in your pocket. It doesn't have to be 100-pound stuff. Oh, Lisa. All right. So warm tea bag on your eye when you get a sty. Make yourself a cup of tea first, and then okay. I would be willing to try that. That sounds like it might be Yeah. I mean, similar to a hot towel, like hot compress, right? I got her, Gloria. All right, so we've got the paper, gorgeous grape, granny apple green. Again, a little flimsier than regular cardstock, but good enough for pages. I don't know that I would make scrapbook. You know how like I like to make my own books and make the pages out of cardstock. I don't know if I would use this for that, but definitely as pages to add in my album. All right, now here we're getting into the designer series paper. So 1, 2 of those, 2 of these. All right, that. And then the potions with the this background. So this is, then we've got 4 more sheets that are for our base pages. Grid and spider webs, and these are one-sided. So these pieces right here are meant to be used for our page layouts. All right, so I'm going to put those to the side. So one thing I want to point out in this kit, this does not include a full pack of the Halloween designer paper. All right, this is only a half a pack. Let's go back to that real quick. So here they give us a better picture. So this is the brochure that you can see online better. But there's definite, no wait, this is the, that was the kit. Blech, we'll get there. All right, here is, all right, so we're only getting 2 pieces of this, 2 pieces of that, and 2 pieces of that. So this purple one is not included in the kit at all. So just be cognizant of that. So when you see, look at these pictures and see the paper, and then you would have to look at this picture and try to see match up. You know, you'll notice that they're different. All right. So that's our papers that we're working with. Now let's take a quick, let's do a little wiggle test with these. These are a little bit thinner even than the two-tone paper. And this is completely subjective because I'm just wiggling and seeing how it feels in my hand. But let's quick look at other comparisons. So I've got Simple Stories, and this is just a collection of paper. All right, this is a Star Wars collection, actually. So this, and I'm going to compare it to the two-tone paper and the designer paper. Let me pull one of these, because this feels like our normal weight designer paper. Hey, Carol. Carol Martin, Carol Fremstad, how are you? So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. They feel about the same with the designer paper. This two-tone is still a little bit lighter than this. So if you're familiar with Simple Stories paper, I would say comparable to the designer paper, the two-tone is lighter. All right, this pack I had, this is from Photoplay, and this is a cardstock, core dyed cardstock. This is definitely thicker. This is like our regular cardstock. I'm not even gonna bother wiggling it because I can just feel it. So that's good. This is also Photoplay. This is the Halloween kit that I got recently too, by the way. So this paper feels very similar to the two-tone cardstock. Very similar to the designer paper too. So I think that's good to know. I'm trying to make different piles. These were a couple of random sheets that I had of graphic 45 paper from a kit that I had a long time ago. This is thicker than our designer paper. Just a little bit, but it's definitely thicker. Yeah, War Sweet. Is it looking weird when I wiggle it? Because I looked over just a minute ago and it felt funny, or it looked funny. This is definitely, the graphic 45 is heavier than both. And then I got a couple more. This is a collection, or this is from a Creative Memories pack. And so they've got their designer packs of designer paper packs as well. Um, theirs is a lot thinner. So thinner even than the two-tone paper, and thinner yet than the designer paper. But again, still a good thing if you're going to be putting it in an album. You know, you don't need so much bulk. All right, so this one is from Echo Park, and this is their, it says coordinating solid paper pack. Now they call it paper pack, they don't call it cardstock, and it is paper. It is not nearly as thick as cardstock, and it feels to be about the same as the two-tone paper. So like this, close, but these, yeah, very similar. Lighter than cardstock, so paper. Here was another one. This is from Echo Park, but this is designer paper. It feels a tad thicker than the Stampin' Up! Designer paper. Yeah. And very close to the two-tone paper. So I just want you to give, you know, oh, that was the last one I had. All right. I just wanted to give you an idea of other companies just for comparison's sake. Because you want to have the right paper. Like, you don't want something that's so thin. You're like, what am I going to do with that? Okay, so let's get to the kit. So we're going to take all these pieces. And actually, I'm going to take the stickers and put them up away so I don't mess those up. So whenever I start my kits, let's say my Club Scrap kits, and Club Scrap, I didn't even bother to open those up because those are like the gold standard. Their cardstock and their papers are so much thicker than anything. Oh, what happened? Carol's got hospitalization. Ooh, sorry. I got caught up in comments. Carol, I hope that's not gonna be like long term. Yikes. So when I do kits, I put them in piles. So like Club Scrap, you get I think it's 8 pages. So you do like 4 2-page layouts, and you cut things according to a guide, which is very much what we're going to be doing here. But I like to just put them in piles. So like the first layout, I see that I'm going to need these 2 spiderweb pages. They're going to be the base. So I'm going to start a pile, and I'm going to have 3 different ones off camera. But this is just how I do it, right? Sort it out. So layout 2 is using these grid papers, which are these right here. So I'm just going to put these off next to me. And then the last one looks like it's a one of the designer papers, and then probably a piece of the white. So I'm going to pull that out, make another pile. Did they give me 2 pieces of white? And by the way, yeah, there was 2 pieces of each color paper in here. And then we want this designer paper, the one that had the that. And actually, we're going to probably need the other one, but we're going to do all the cutting. So now I've got this pile. All of this is going to get cut up to make what we need. All right, so move that, do this. So you're going to go through your instructions, and I still go by the picture too. Ugh. Yeah, Lisa, I thought it would be helpful for everybody to know like what we're dealing with. So you don't have to buy a whole bunch of stuff if you don't think it's going to work. All right, so first one, and I'm not going to bother reading through all the things. Like, I don't read all the instructions anyway, I'll tell you. That's why sometimes I mess things up. But I look at this, and so I see a A and gray and white. So the gray is going to be used for something, and then the white is left over, right? And 2 and 1, these are layout 1, layout 2. And then the pieces that they've labeled like with letters, I can only imagine those are supposed to go in some kind of order, but I'm going to put all mine in a pile. Like all the twos, I'll put in my two pile. All the ones go in my one pile. All right, and let's make sure I've got those where I can reach them. All right, so first one, I'm going to start with this potion paper, and at least it says cut orientation, front and back. So they want you to make sure your books are going the same way. So I'm going to cut this one first, a 3x12 piece. And by the way, I am using, this is one of my creative memory mats. It's a 12x12. It's actually bigger than that, but it comes in handy when you're doing 12x12 layouts, because if you have to measure anything for like where you're going to lay it, it's got rulers on all the sides. So I've got two of these, and when I go to my crops, I have them right next to each other. All right. So if you're wondering, like, I have two creative memories, girls, if you need one. All right. So 3x12, cutting that. And that's going to go in the 2 pile. And these are both the same. So I'm going to take both of these, do the same thing. Then what's left, I'm cutting 9x9. So I cut 3 inches off. So this is already 9 inches. So just turn it and cut at 9. This goes in the 1 pile. All right. Because that says 1A. And I know you can't read this probably, and I'm going quick, but this part really isn't that long, right? Yeah, I like pictures too. I agree. Now this part, this is left over. So I'm just going to have to start a pile right in front of me, and then I can use that for cards. All right, so then we're going to do the same thing here. 3 inches. Put that in the right pile, and then turn and cut this at 9. Add that to the right pile. Now we're already on page 3. And this one, instead of reprinting, no, I did reprint it. Okay. So it looks like, oh, and by the way, this is available in a PDF. So if you want to do the reprinting, but all it is instead of cutting sideways, they have you cut down. So that's just going to save your paper some. All right. But let's start with this one up here. Gorgeous Grape 2-tone paper. So let's get that. And they want it cut at 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So that's probably going to be a photo mat, and then a 3x3. So I'm going to cut 4 1/4 first. And then 6 1/4. And that goes on number 3. And then a 3x3. That's going to go in number 1. So then I guess this whole piece can go in my scrap pile too. That'll be good. I can use that for something else. So then orange, pumpkin pie. I am excited that these are we're eventually going to get these in all of our colors. All right, now this is more detailed. All right, so we're going to cut this line first, and it doesn't tell you. I would just go left to right. But again, 4 1/4. And then turn it and cut 6 1/4. That's on number 2. And then a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece. And that's also number 2. And then this tiny little piece that's left, we want to get a 3 1/4 by 1 1/4 piece. So I'm going to go 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. And that goes in number 2. So we're just going to have big old piles. All right, now same thing. I'm going to cut another 4 1/4. And we're going to do 6 1/4 and 4 1/4 again. And these are both pile number 2. Oh, Now this time, this little scrap, it's a white spot, so that means it's a scrap. We don't need it. So add that to the pile. All right, now here we are, the last one. See along this very edge, that means we're not cutting completely to the edge anyway. So I'm just gonna cut this one off, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. 3 1/4, 3 1/4. And that's in pile number 2. Then the next one, 3 by 3 1/2. So I'll go 3 1/2 by 3. And then a 3 by 3. Now, some of these really teeny tiny ones, these are both on number 3. Okay. So now I want 3 inches wide by a 1/2 inch. So let's do 3 inches. And then sometimes I have to work backwards. So this is 2 and something. So I'm going to cut it at 2 first. And then let's get this out of here. Go over to 1 1/2, 1, and whatever your cutter is going to let you do. I can't get down to a 1/2 inch for this. So that looks about halfway. All right. I'm gonna have to bring out my my other cutter or make a little mark. For me, it's gonna be like good enough. All right, that's a 1/2 inch. We'll say it is. So yeah, somebody else I saw doing something with this paper and saying, "Oh, it's sturdy enough. You could use it for your cards." I disagree. I do not like flippy floppy cards like that. I mean, then again, I don't like to use designer paper for my card bases either. Hey, Rose. So all you missed is like the comparison of other paper companies, like the different weights and stuff, just flipping it in my hands. But I'm cutting everything real quick in this kit, and then we're going to be assembling. All right, so this piece, stripes on the top. So that's this right here. So we want first a 1/2 inch little piece. So 1/2 inch by 12. So let's just cut that off first. So 12 will go over to 11 1/2 over here. That means a 1/2 inch left. And that goes into pile number 3. Then they want a 6 by 12 piece. And that is also for number 3. Layout number 3, I mean. Oh, and then I really should go back to this one. So now 1 inch by 2 1/2. Ooh, and then all these are little 1/2 inch things. All right, let's see. Let's go 1 inch. And I can tell already I cut that crooked, but it's whatever. All right, 1 by 2 1/2. This is pile number 2. And then 1, 2, 3 pieces that are a 1/2 inch by 2 1/2 inches. All right, this is, I'm eyeballing this. 1/2 inch by 2 1/2. Now, when I get to putting this together, I am still going to use my my glue. I'm not going to use. I rarely use tape anymore in my books unless I'm like at a class and I'm trying to be quick about it. But mostly I use the glue now. All right, so these are all for layout number 3. Next, so now we've got this piece. That's kind of a big piece left over. This little strip, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save that. These little bits, I'm not going to save. This little bit, not going to save. All right, now we need stripes. Oh, Lord. There is so many teeny tiny stuff here. I'm going to get my other cutter out for this. But, all right. So first we're going to cut it at 7 inches. And this stripe is already giving me a headache. 7 by 5. I gotta flip it over. All right, this big piece goes with layout number 3. And yeah, I'm gonna have to get my... I do have a lot of cutters. A lot of different ones, but I think everybody does, or a lot of people, because sometimes you just need something for a different job. This style is easier for me to do little bitty pieces. All right. All right. So now tons of pieces. 1 inch by whatever. Let's just start this first. 7 by 5. Let me see. This is the 7 side. Okay. So let's cut off 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch first. So I'll go at the 6 inch line. And then we need 4 1/4. And that should leave 1 3/4. Oh, no, we gotta cut it a little bit. All right. These are both number 2. Oh. 1 inch. Another one that's 4 1/4. And these are little, looks like little air bubbles, or I guess potion bubbles. Kind of cute. All right. 1/2 inch by 2 1/2. All right. So this is where it's better for me. So now I can put that right at a 1/2 inch. Bam. They were both there. 2 and 1. All right. So layout number 1. Layout number 1. Hopefully there's not too much more cutting. All right, and number 2, and my eyeball is starting to get weird. So 2 pieces, 1 by 3. All right, so I'm gonna cut 1 inch and 3 inches and 3 inches. So if you haven't, 2 and 3, if you have never gotten a kit like this before, it is a lot of, you do all the cutting first. It's a lot of prep work that way. But then like the putting it together part is super easy. All right, now I want to measure because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this line right here is a 1/2 inch. Yes. Okay. So these pieces, I need 6 pieces that are a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll cut them at 3. Yeah, somebody else had to have come up with this design. I would not make something with this many teeny tiny little pieces. That is for sure. But then when I get it put together, I like it. But as far as initial designing, I wouldn't have come up with this. And that's another beauty thing about the kits. Like, all you have to do is make them. They've already done the hard work. All right, these are all for number 3, 2 for number 1. Okay. Number 1, number 3. All right, that page is over. Thank God. All right, next, black. So we've got the dark side up. Where's my black? Hey, Shar. All right, where is it? Oh, here we go. So it looks like I'm going to need both pieces of this black. And I think this may have been the kit that they said the manufacturer accidentally included some extra pieces. So like if you had stuff left over, don't worry. All right, 4 1/4, 4 1/4. Oh, gotta take my Oh, yikes, I need my other cutter. I'm like, why am I doing this? I just like the guillotine the little one for smaller cuts. All right, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Another 4 1/4. And a 3 1/4. Both of those for 1 and 3. And then 2 more pieces that are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And those are layout number 1. So then we've got these pieces left over. So that'll be interesting. I will do some embossing with that later, because with this white core paper, that is pretty cool that you can emboss and then sand off that top layer and see the white. All right, this next piece, we only need one piece that's 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. All right, so 4 1/4, 6 1/4, and I can tell, I know just from these sizes, these are gonna be photo mounts. All right, let's add this pile. Next page, number 5. This is another one that I redid. 3 1/4. This doesn't even matter. This is from white. All right, so I've got another, there we go, piece of white. So 6 by 7. So it looks like we're gonna cut it at 6 inches first. 6 by 7, and that goes on number 3. And then we need a piece that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. 4 1/4. 3 1/4, 4 1/4. And that is also for number 3. And that piece is done. Flipsies. Oh, looks like we're done cutting. Okay. Sweet. I'm kind of surprised because we have, what do we have left? We have pool party paper, gorgeous grape, granny apple green, pumpkin pie, and then a whole piece of this. All right, let's see how it goes. So now I go back to, I just look at the picture and I see what's up. So these, actually, we can just rip that apart so we can look. So 1 layout, 2 layouts. See how they're very similar though? So we're gonna glue that. We can read the instructions if you want. And actually the only changes that were in here, I did print these, had to do with the order that they put stuff down. But we're just gonna kind of wing it. So let's do this first one. So from our page 1 kit, we have this pile. We have our 2 base pieces, and we've got our orange pieces. So one of those is gonna go on each one. Then we've got our photo mats, and then these little bits. And we are gonna be bringing in some stickers, which I just realized I need my embossing buddy, because I don't have my pictures yet. So anytime they want us to do a sticker, I have to embossing powder, like get the sticky off, right? So that it's not gonna stick down. So, all right, here's our pile, our little stuff. Let's do, we're gonna glue these down first. And like I said, I might use tape if I was trying to be like real quick about this. But I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it. So, oh, and the other thing, this was supposed to be some technique of faux stitching. So they suggest you have a black marker. And that's all they're saying is like draw some stitch lines around some of these. And actually, once I get this glued down, I'll show you. All right, center-ish as best you can. There we go. So let's look up close at the instructions. So can you see here, little stitching? That's what they're saying. blah, 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 draw faux stitching around 1A. And that's what that is. So I may or may not do that later. I don't know. All right, let's do this one now. Seems like such a shame to waste so much of this pretty pattern, doesn't it? With the books. But I am glad we had some nice sized scraps of this, because I will make some cards or something. I did not get an extra pack of this Halloween paper. I mean, it's cute enough with these pages, and I really wanted to see how these kits were going to be. But I found other cuter stuff. All right. So let's do, we've got this bigger layout. Wait a minute. Here we go. Let's figure out first which black photo mats go on each one. We've got the big one, and then it looks like 3. Why are there? Oh, these look all the same size. So already, why do I have this? Maybe I put this one in the wrong pile. That's probably what this is, because it looks like 4. Yep, okay. All right. I think this is just for something else. So we're going to start by doing one. Let's do this first left one. So it looks like this is kind of going to hang off. Actually, maybe I should keep this in mind. So this hanging off a little bit. All right. And then this one, I'm going to just start with that. And if you want the gray side up, put the gray side up. So this I can just glue down because that's for like my pictures. All right. And I'm just going to put it like right here. I'm not measuring, but if you wanted to, you could. All right. Then we'll put this one down. And that looks to be about here. All right. Now we've got purple. I put a spell on you. Oh, this is on the second one. All right. And then green and black. We're going to have some stickers. Oh, then we need to bring in the sticker sheet. Yep. Okay. So let's just look at this. So spooky. They wanted to go over the picture. Well, I have to leave that unattached so I can actually put my picture in there. And then same thing with this little bit. So what I do, peel off this So Spooky. And this is really huge. I'm surprised. Happily surprised. All right, So Spooky. So I can either just put it up here like that it's not touching. But for this one, let's just act like it's going to be the same as theirs. So you just want to take your embossing buddy and whack it so it's, you know, you want to get the sticky off the bottom of it so you can slide your picture under. So I like to do a lot of tap, tap, tap. And rub it some. I know that sounds so horrible, you guys. But you know what I'm saying. You could even use like a little bit of talcum powder. But yeah, all right, it's getting it. It's just taking the sticky off. All right, good. Man, these are really sticky, which is good. Do you remember when we first had, well, some of you may remember when we had kits before and it had stickers and the stickers were horrible. So now I can still put that right up under there. All right. So you need something. And if you don't have this, I mean, I'm sure you could use cornstarch maybe, like tap it in your finger a little bit. All right. So now we've got a couple more stickers and you can't, let's see. Same thing. 31. That looks like it wants to be over here. And there's another little sticker of green. Let's see. Halloween fun. Let me put this here for a minute. So they don't give you measurements for the sticker. They're like, just adhere green sticker. Well, I'm only going to use a little bit of it because look how on this, the green sticker, I don't have to go along the whole picture because it's hidden. So I'm just going to put some like right there. And then the purple sticker is going to cover it up. All right, and then I'm going to cut more, just eyeballing. And I'm going to put that there. All right, this one hopefully is on the second page. Yeah, we need some more. So I'm just sticking that up out of the way. Same thing. I want to take the sticky off of this corner. Good enough. And then put that right there. All right, and lift that. Good. And then another. I can't get over this 12 by 12 sticker sheet. Like, that's really pretty good. All right. Actually, it's going to be easier for me to tap most of this and then just put glue where I want it. So I want this to be like right here. All right, so then a little bit of glue right there. You cast a spell on me, and then potion bottles. Back to this. Ooh, I hadn't noticed these little words. Something wicked, wicked fun. Can't even read that. All right, and Halloween fun is on this one. Let's just pick that off right now. And that's gonna go here. All right, and then this encroaches on this part a little bit, so let's just tap this side of it. Now, just because they only have, like on this one, only 2 photo mats, they're not the boss of you. You can still put more pictures. So like this area right here, I could put another picture there if I want. All right, one, is there a spider? Oh, little, whatever this is. So I'm gonna just put that right there. And then little banners. I think that's what these are for. Right, little, this, angle it, yes. Angle these, and they're just saying, like cut these. And then this black one, same thing. I'm just gonna cut a little bit off, save that. And I am sticking it on my thing that my phone holder. All right, so let's just put these together. And I'm just gonna glue them together a little bit. Like that, make a little cluster. Doesn't have to be fancy dancy. So this right here, and then I'm just gonna glue that on. You could even put a stapler in there if you were a fan of that. All right, and then stars. Oh, these are stickers. All right, there are exactly 3 stars. So let's use some of these. So you see, it goes together easy. The longest pole in the tent here is cutting all your papers initially. So that's one layout. You know, I don't know if we're going to get to all these. It might be okay just to do the first 2, just so you see how it goes, right? Because this could be more than a minute. And actually, I want to show you something else too anyway. So maybe that's what we'll do, is that we'll come back. I'll just take pictures of the other ones, but we're going to do all these together. All right. So we've got our 2 photo mats. Now this time they look like they're about here. And I'm okay with that. Diane. Oh, I could also put it on my arm. Oh, you're right. I could put it on my arm. or my pants. Other people do that, right? Just like stick it on your pants leg until it quits being sticky, until it gives up. All right, let's do this. That looks close enough. So this is our cardstock, and it looks to me like that it's on the lighter side, but it doesn't matter. So that, and then there should be a little monster sticker. Oh, yep, the spookiest little monster. And this monster sticker goes right over top of the photo. So again, let's just unstick that. And we'll put this down. And I can do like right there and right there. Okay, and then I can write stuff. Then we've got purple sticker, okay, which is this one. And I'm just gonna cut it doesn't say how much, so I'm just gonna cut that much off. And that goes right under here. Oh, are you kidding me? I cut that almost perfect. All right, and then this gets the little stripes right under here. Is this the right piece? Nope, I bet this is the right piece. And at some point, like it's good enough. It's whatever you want to make your pages look like. Right, I'm doing that. And then looks like 2 little strips. I only have 1 little strip left. So, oh wait, no, this is the sticker. Duh, this is right here. So we'll do another, just that. This one, now these ones aren't angled, but you know what? Mine are gonna be. All right. Let's glue this down. Now, if you wanted to go back with like twine or anything, you could certainly add that, but I don't think you need a whole bunch of it. All right, sticking that down. Looks like we've got a little spider. Oh, and then some of the words. So in this case, I'm going to leave these words off of here. These are the ones that are so thin and tiny right here. I'm just going to wait till I put the pictures on to do that, but I will add those last 2 stars for sure. It's 1 there, and let's do 1 right there. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Nope. I got it all. I love it. All right, now I can turn this page. All right, so these look very simple too. We're just gonna lay down our cardstock pieces, a couple of stickers. It's just that designer paper. So, but I don't wanna run over time so much. So I'll take pictures of everything once I get them all finished. But the first 2, I mean, cutting took the longest. Putting it together takes maybe 10 minutes, right? So, all right. Kendra's card challenge. I'll have to look and see what that is. But yeah, from what I'm thinking is there's going to be like a lot of leftover paper that I'm going to be able to do something with. So that'll be cool. Well, 2 things I want to show you before I let you go. I mean, you're free to go at any time. But first thing, I ordered. I have to get all these bits out so I don't lose everything. I ordered the new ornament kit that came out this month, September. Yeah, Jamie, I think it's fast too. Cute and fast. Fast enough anyway. So this kit is called, I don't know what it's called. Oh, here it is on the back. Christmas ornaments. There are, I believe, 9 ornaments. So this reminds me of the rings. Remember when we had these, they were smaller and we used them on our cards? And I always thought, oh, that would make such a cute ornament. I didn't realize they were this big. So, and it's got all these plastic bits, like pine cones, all the things, pre-tied ribbon. That's good. But let's just pull these out and measure because these were bigger than I expected. I'll say that. And I think this was like $25 maybe for this kit. And this is the kits collection. So, we get two every month, two different kits. Sometimes they're cards, sometimes they're stuff like this. But let's get this out of here. Oh, and I do always save the cardboard that comes in these kits. So yeah, Christmas ornaments, and there are two sizes. So of course, it gives you like the picture diagrams, and it's just tying the string on and then gluing all the stuff on them. But giant. And I like that the gold cord is there. I mean, these could be bracelets if your hands are small enough. Oh yeah, I can even get them on there. Funny, remember when those were cool? All right, so these look to be about almost 3 inches wide for that one, for those, and almost 4 inches, like 3 and 7/8 for the big ones. But these are much bigger than I expected. Let's get a card just for size, right? Just to compare. Here's one of my birthday cards. So this is like our regular A2 card. So that's how big this thing is, this gold hoop. Almost 4 inches across. And then that one. And they are a lot thicker than the ones that we had last year. There's also a definite joining spot. So you're going to want to cover that up when you're putting your ribbon on, tying your string along that. So yeah, I love it. And I think these would be good definitely we could put something behind here if we wanted to put more paper. Like you don't have to follow their examples exactly. Like this, I don't know if I want just that little circle of paper. I might want more. But happy surprise with that. So that's the one thing I wanted to show you. The other thing is, guess who got their new stamp catalog? And by stamp, I mean like postage stamp. I'm gonna find my pen. Hold on for my glue. Oh, here it is. So I get these, I don't know, every couple months. I feel like I'm keeping the post office in business single-handedly. I ordered a whole bunch just a few months ago right before they were raising their prices. I got like extras for my Christmas card stamps, a couple of different birthdays. I got the sea turtles. So this is the fall catalog. And bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. That is a hoop earring situation. But right off, and this catalog doesn't have dates and anything. So I found out you have to go USPS.com and see, some of them are out, some of them are not. But these look like the new holiday ones. That looks kind of Scandinavian-ish. Like, I like that. These snowflakes. Oh, thank you. I like these. I'm going to be ordering these as soon as they're available. Because I think I just got myself 4 books of last year's Christmas ones. Just, thinking that might tide me over. But I know I'm going to have to get 2 more books at least. But, so I do like these Scandinavian look, but I really like the snowflake ones for sure. And then note cards. These other Christmas ones are old. They haven't really done much for me. Here's the other one. So if anybody is into Dungeons and Dragons, I think you need to get them. This would be a good stocking stuffer. Get them a book of stamps. And they're all different things. I'm sure Dungeon and Dragon people know who all these characters are. Of course, they got a t-shirt, manatees. But I think this is going to be a good with the nerd crew, like my people. Carnival, I got those. Like these other ones aren't really new. Autumn colors, I didn't know that was out, so now I have to place another order. I got the sea turtles. They didn't have the horses when I went to order. But now these are not necessarily new. They're just like reminders of what they have. Ansel Adams, black and white. But yeah, I wanted to show you the Dungeons and Dragons and then the holiday ones. So I'm gonna check and see when those snowflakes are. So yeah, snowflakes can be all winter for sure. And then plus I like them too, like winter birthdays. I used to get the birthday, like it said like happy birthday and it had a cake or something. They don't make them anymore. Like I can't even get them on USPS.com because my post office locally does not have a whole bunch of variety of the stamps. Gloria, you had to leave for a minute. Well, I don't think you missed much. No. I'm gonna have to. I only finished the first two layouts, the first, well, 2-page spread layout, and I'm gonna do the other ones and just take pictures. Um, I mean, it's something I thought that I could get done in an hour, but wah, wah. So, thanks for hanging out. Next week is gonna be my Stamp a Stack class for the seasons of green and gold, and we're also going to use pecan and the clear ribbon dye, dots, embellishments, whatever. That one is going to be, I'll post the information this weekend. I just made my ad for it, but that'll come, it's including the paper pack, blah, 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 pack of paper. So you're going to cut all your own paper as far as the designer paper. And then it's all 5x7 cards. And then I've got 5x7 gold envelopes that I showed you and Stamp a Stack. So there'll be multiples. So 3 of the designs, we're going to make 2 each. So that's 6 cards. And then the last design, we're actually making 3 cards. So you're going to end up with 9 cards. Normally I would do 8 in a Stamp a Stack, but the way the designs worked out, like you get one more extra. So that'll be next week. And obviously I'm going to share the projects. You're going to be able to copy, maybe use your own different papers. Maybe you don't want to use the green and gold. You want to use something else, but you'll at least have the designs and feel free to use them. So that'll be next week. Sue will be on tomorrow. Gail will be on Sunday. And have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll see ya.